Okay, that's weird. Hello. Why? Okay. Come on, Jim. This is weird. Okay, I'm having problems with my tablet. 13 people here. Yay. Come on. Why is this happening to me today? Why? Out of all days. It won't let me watch my own live so I can see what you guys are saying. So this is happening now. This is not something that usually happens to me. I'm usually on top of this stuff, but today, oh no, we're gonna. What's that? Okay, well, there's 15 people here. Yeah. Nope, nope, you're fine, Jerry. I finally got it. Ay, 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 ay. Well, Angel, I'm okay. I can't really complain much because I mean it's like the only thing wrong is the usual aches and pains and whatnot. Otherwise, I have no complaints. I mean, today is a day that I just basically take the day off unless there's something to do like the usual things that I can't escape, like laundry, food prep, cooking, some basic cleaning. But I'm not doing any heavy stuff right now or today. Unless my body goes, hey, yeah, we're feeling good. Let's go ahead and do this project. Hey. But yeah, so I mean, other than that, it's like, eh. Uh, let's see here. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Yeah, Sunday is usually like take it easy, do minimal, the minimal stuff. Otherwise, it's like, nah, I'm just gonna be lazy. Um, Hello, Diane. Fun facts. Um, I can try that here in a little, and after this, because I can't do it while I'm doing this, because it just, causes problems for my network. Hey, Simone. Um, Anyhow, for those who watched this morning's live with Jerry Ann, um, you basically know the gist of some of the things going on here. We are we have decided basically how we're going to deal with situations around the house, and well, they may go slow because I'm the one who's doing the bulk of the work, which I don't mind. It's just if there's a day where I wake up and my body decides it doesn't want to do any heavy lifting or anything like that, it's just you know trying to do some of the work, but not heavy work. Um, I don't know, Simone. I don't know why you're blocked on her channel. Um, I'm there just to moderate. You know, I don't do much else. So I'm not sure. Um, oh, excuse me. I have had a little indigestion this morning. You know, probably because I ate too much greasy stuff or drank something too fast. I don't know. It happens a lot. Actually, we're thinking about changing our internet because our current internet provider does not have any answers for us. And I think because my router box for this particular company, I'm not going to mention a company, um, you have to have it in a certain place in your house to get best signal. Well, any place in my house does not get the best signal. It gets maybe 2 out of 4 bars, you know. So, um, as for my internet, yeah, we get what we call the circle of doom. It's basically you're in the middle of a program, all of a sudden it freezes, and you get this white circle just spinning there, and it's like, oh, come on, you know. And unfortunately, it's that time of year where it's going to be happening more because there's more people that need the internet connection of one form or another. Like, hey Nelly, the college, especially, they suck up a lot of bandwidth. Um, so, Oreo, yeah, she saw something across the street and started barking. Oh, car pulled in next door. Hey, soft voices in the house. So, but she's okay. She just, oh, I see neighbors. You know, and if the neighbor's dog comes out, she goes bonkers because they've met, they're friends. You know, but the neighbor's dog is very obedient, stays in its yard, doesn't cause any commotions. You know, um, so, ooh, she. So basically, this afternoon has been a lot of conversations about the house and what we're doing and what we're trying and setting up and that kind of stuff. And we got to an agreement that what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to set up the house the way we envision it, um, and then after it's done, which I'm hopefully it will be done by winter time. Um, 6 months from that point when we're finished, we'll see how it goes. And if things don't go the way we're hoping it will go, then we'll worry about looking for, you know, uh, 55 plus or senior community for mom, um, or a 55 plus for mom and me and Jerry in our own homes. Um, Now, I know a lot of people thought Jerry was picking on mom this morning, but she wasn't. She was just stating the obvious. Um, well, the thing is yeah, mom smokes. She said she wants to try to stop smoking, which my suggestion wouldn't be just to stop cold turkey. It would be lessen the amount of cigarettes she smokes because one pack a day is a little expensive. Um, That's my thing. Is like I grew up with the smoke. It doesn't really bother me that much unless I'm having like really bad bronchial issues, and then yeah, it will bug me. But when you're paying $100 plus for a carton of cigarettes, that's just a little expensive from my side of the fence. So yes, I know nicotine. She's got she's got nicotine patches. She bought them because she's supposed to have an eye surgery coming up, and mom doesn't want. Mom's talking about not going, and I'm like, well, if you don't go, you're just gonna get blind. But that was my, because I do worry about her and her health and whatnot. But it's difficult sometimes to sit there and watch somebody clog their lungs and spend exuberant amount of money on cigarettes. It just, I'm sorry, it just, I don't see how people do it. Well, that's the thing is when we go to set up the house the way we want to, she will have her privacy. Um, I've said it once before, and I'll say it again. We plan on putting up some sort of doorway in this doorway between one half to the other half. We're not gonna like totally close it off because like I still want her to be able to come out and enjoy meals with us. I still want mom to be able to come out here and use the kitchen the way she wants to. So it's not like we're trying to cut her off. We're just trying to make it where she has her privacy and we don't have as much smoke on our side. So it's a give and take. Let's see. Hello, Marguerite. Well, Amy, you're kind of correct on that. Um, Mom smoking is a combination of she's been doing it so long it's become habit, and it does do her some stress relief. Not as much as we would both of us would like, but enough to keep her happy. I guess I never understood even when I tried being a smoker. I could never understand why people would do it, and I just kind of went between asthma and bronchial issues back in Arizona. I quit. I like no, no. I like breathing, but that's me. That's not mom. That's not anybody else. I can't really, you know, give her rhyme or reason. She has to make that decision on her own. Um, Sometimes that's issue health wise at her age, quitting smoking. Yes, I know. Um, that's why I'm trying to think of alternatives. Um, you know, uh, Jim, I think it's okay to admit to each other that living together hasn't worked the way you all hope and move on. Your mom probably qualifies for an aid or other help in her own place. That is an option. That is something we've gone over. But for the money issues, and I'm not going to get into it because it's one of my no-nos. Um, it I don't know you know how well it will go, and that's why we're trying to think of ways to stay in this house. Um, you know, we both benefit from each other's presence in many different ways. Mom doesn't have to do her own dishes. She doesn't have to do her own cooking um, because of her back issues and whatnot. As of late, it's really hard on her to stand up straight. So it's kind of like one of those we're trying to stay as close together as possible without being on top of each other. And that's the big dis- excuse me, discussion. Let's see here. Exactly, it is her money to do whatever she wants, and I've told her time and time again, if if she does not want to continue living like we are now, let's, I'm willing to sit down and make decisions and whatnot. And it's not like I am trying to keep her here with me for her money, because no, because honestly, if I was either getting the subsidies that I should be getting or think I should be getting, Jerry Ann and I can, you know, possibly stay in this house, and mom can move to where, an apartment, something like that. I don't know. So it's not really about her money or our money. It's about trying to stay, together so I can keep watch over my mom and any health issues she might have that needs another person to help her. Like I've been filling the refrigerator with Coke for her. I've been doing dishes so she don't have to. I've been cooking, so she doesn't have to. There's a lot of things that I'm doing that you guys don't see for her because of her health issues. Now, I'm not saying that she's got memory issues and anything like that. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is she has certain health issues that are getting worse for her, like her back. So it's not about money. Yeah, everybody has that one habit. If I didn't have Jerry, to be honest with you, if I did not have Jerry, I would have stayed in my old habit of drinking Mountain Dew and eating crap foods, and not even knowing that I have diabetes, because I would not even be going to a doctor, because unfortunately, I'm like the Gen X. If it ain't broken, if it ain't busted, if it ain't causing a lot of pain, don't worry about it. You know. So you know, it's the way I was raised. There's certain things about the way I was raised that keeps things the way they are, because I want family close by. I hate the idea that I've got family spread out throughout the United States of America and I don't get to see them except for maybe once in a blue moon. I really don't like that. Same with Jerry. Jerry's got most of her family up in New York, and if it wasn't for modern day technology and FaceTiming and whatnot, Jerry wouldn't see her family that often, if at all, because a lot of them, except for maybe two sisters, don't really like to travel. So, and then there's, well, we're not going to talk about the brother. Um, Kate, are you listening? Yes, it's her money. She can do whatever she wants. Drop it. One of my no-nos is not to talk about finances. That's why it's not about the money. It's about family, being close together. Yeah, stop smoking is difficult. It is very difficult. Well, I don't know why you can't see Margaret's comments there, Simone's girl. Come on, quit doing that. She's not fond of the noise, and it's mostly the dog. I'm not fond of it either, but it is what it is right now. Okay, last warning. I'm done. I'm not arguing with you guys about with what's going on with my mom or Jerry or finances or anything like that. Okay. That's whatever that is, whatever's going on in that realm. It's between my family. It's not up for debate or comment because I'm done with people arguing with me over my family and what's going on in my house when you guys don't know. You really don't know. Nellie actually her back is getting worse. At least it seems to be. Um, her I don't want to say her ability to walk is decreasing because that's not the issue. It's more like bending over to lift stuff or things like that because of whatever's going on with her back. Um, well, that's the thing about Rolla. When the college kids aren't here, it not a lot of people. When the college kids come in, it's over 2,000 thereabouts or more. I can't remember exact numbers. I haven't looked it up in a long time. Jerry is not on here. At least I have not seen her talking. But yeah, I mean, it takes me about 10 minutes to get to Walmart. 10 minutes to get to my doctor's office. Basically, most everything important in Rolla is 10 minutes away. So it's not like driving for hours. It's more like, okay, what part of Raleigh do you live in? All right, it should take me about 10 minutes to get there. 15 at the most, being as it's spreading out. Yeah, um, mom's back. I don't know the full extent of her problems, but I think she's got the same problem I do, which is bulging or it's either bulging discs or compressed nerve endings. So, she's got the same issues I do, just between age and a lot of other things that I don't know about. Who knows what's going on. Um, um, $50 for gaming. Amy, I don't know where that came from. I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about. So I'm no. Yeah, I'm kind of behind. I'm trying to. I don't even know who Kate is. I haven't seen her name. So if I was rude to her, it's probably because she said something that triggered me. No, Diane, I can see your comment. So you're not blocked. Exactly. Fun facts and dialysis. You only see a smidgen of my life. So people trying to comment about my life and what's going on in my life and all that fun stuff. No, no. Unless you know for facts what's going on in my household and whatnot, I don't see the sense of comments, especially comments about that. I mean, just certain things that. No, Nelly's on as a mod. Um, so yeah. Now Jerry's not on. If she's on, she's just watching. Um, she does that ever so often. Actually, her wounds are not getting worse. Being the person who's been doing her bandages every other day, I want to beef that up. I want to do it every day. It's just with all the things that going on in this house, sometimes little things like trying to take care of wounds can not really cause me major problems. It's just it's how would I put it? Um, I guess you'd say a groaner, because if I forget and I'm ready to go to sleep, and she goes, "We got to do wound treatment," I'm like, "Oh." And it's not like I'm upset at her for telling me this. It's more like I'm upset at myself for forgetting, because I'm like, "Didn't we just do them?" So it's one of those things where it's like, I want to do them. I want to do them on a regular basis. I just need to remember, to do them. And I've got so many different alarms or messages or whatnot saying, "Hey, don't forget to do this." But yeah, I mean, I try to do them every other day. They're not getting, they're not really getting that bad. What's happening is they're more like, what's the word? Shifting or changing locations, or this last bout of wounds that have been happening, and I have to look at my calendar, but when she has wound care next, um, come hell or high water, I'm dragging her ass to get that done, because what they do is when they start to puff up, because they're the when the wound starts to elevate itself like a little hill or something like that, the skin can't come together to heal. So what they got to do is they got to cauterize it, and they got to do a chemical whatever, and then dress it properly, which I don't have the tools or equipment to do all that. I have basic bandages, basic basic tools basically. I mean, I got cleaners, I got salves, I got, well, mostly A&D. So it's like, okay, this is getting out of my realm of understanding. So it's kind of like, I'll do what I have to do at home, and I just hope that usually the medical people at the wound care center give us extra bandages or extra tape, or I don't know what, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like this big old black square that you cut it so you can put it on top of the wound and tape it down. And I have to watch what I do with the tape, because the tape that we can use that sticks to Jared's skin can also, if it's put in the wrong spot, can either create a new boo boo or pull off a major part of a scab or something like that. It it's a lot of different things that I have to worry about. Ann's breathing right now is pretty good. She snores like crazy, drives me out of the room. Um, but um, yeah, I'm listening for her breathing, because if it starts to get bad, I'm gonna have to tell her oncologist, and our oncologist is gonna have to give us the script for scans and tests and whatnot. No, yeah, all the information you're giving me right now, Diane, is important. It is. It's a thing like that. Um, well, it's not a game card. It's a $50. Basically, $50 gets me the next expansion pack of WoW, World of Warcraft, and yeah, I'd like to have that for my birthday. But I'm not like, get it for me now. It's like, we'll see what happens closer to my birthday. So I didn't realize that's what someone was talking about. And the thing is $50 for a game card is something that's not important. It's just something I would like to get to upgrade my game. But if we've got more important stuff that we need the money for, that's my priority. Is the important stuff. The game and whatnot is it's a great thing for me to do at nighttime before I go to bed, or when I'm extremely bored and don't feel like doing any heavy lifting. Um, you know, that's what I do. That's my hobby, pastime, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, but what they didn't understand was if I don't have the money, or I have something more important like wound care for Jerry. I mean, bandages and whatnot don't always come cheap. Um, Especially the ones we use. We have to order them through Amazon or a medical company, and that's what the money. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, my priorities when it comes to finances is basically head over my roof, a roof over my head, food in my refrigerator to keep me, keep the nutrition going, clothes on my back, and Jerry's, health care, which is primarily being taken care of by the government. So it's like, no, I'm not like trying to get money out of anybody for my thing. My thing was like, all right, is everything taken care of? The bills are paid off. Everything's being taken care of. Do we possibly have the extra money? Otherwise, I'm not like going crazy for it. Um, Her stomach is fine. She's just feeling like off. So between that kind of puts her in this like I don't know what to eat. Um, I don't know what to do. That kind of thing. And it could be a lot of different things. You know. Let's see here. Uh, I think we're all pretty much worried about Jerry Ann because of she's not on she's not on any known chemo, pill or otherwise. She's got a whole bunch of different pills. I couldn't even tell you half of them, let alone what they're for. Not without going in and opening up the medicine box and pulling out all her prescriptions. So it's one of those like I think right now she's trying to focus more on quality of life, being comfortable, being happy, that kind of thing. Um, she's got in September. I can't remember what date. She's got a trial consolation for a trial on something that has to do with diabetes or something like that. Diabetes or cancer. I don't remember which one, but it's one of the two. Probably with cancer. Um, um, Diane, I couldn't answer that either. Um, yeah, I think part of the issue is anytime she goes to compress her lower body, um, because she does have a bone cyst on one of her ribs. I felt it the other day. It causes pressure on that rib, which makes it feel like it's digging into her lungs. So yeah, that's what causes her to be out of breath most of the time. Um, well, fun facts and dialysis. This is part of my personality, and I've had this problem ever since I was two. Um, I'm not a big fan of people who act like authority figures, and I'm not saying that people here are acting like authority figures, but it just bothers me when people like say things a certain way that makes me feel like they're trying to tell me how to live my life or anything like that. And I honestly don't take it that easily. Sometimes I have to think about it. So my first reaction is just that. It's like, oh, they're trying to be authority figures. No, 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 we can't have that. No, so it's not that you know I'm jumping on people because I don't like them. It's because of that aspect of my brain. I was like, no, nobody controls Jim. You know, unfortunately, there are one or two people who act like they do, and I don't mean just on here. Um, let's see here. Judge muscles must be getting weaker as she does not walk anymore. Well, yes and no on that. Simone's girl. We do try to work on things to keep her legs from going into atrophy. She does move around a lot, and sometimes when she's trying to help me clean out a room or move certain things like lightweight the lightweight items. Sometimes we gotta slow down. Um, so yeah, recent people care about Jerry. Yeah, I don't think I've been on here that long. Oh no, it's the dog. Like, all right. Good afternoon, cozy dozy. Oh, hello, Joan. Sorry I didn't see you earlier. I I do. I will say that I do respect those who do express their opinions and concerns, because I know a lot of you do. It's just sometimes it's the wording that people use that catch me off guard and make me kind of go, what? So forgive me for that because the way my brain sometimes works. Hello, Mona. I did not see Richard. So if Richard is here, hello. Um, Pickleball girl. Johnny's Pizza. Waiting for our food. Oh, Johnny's Pizza. Must be a local. That's one thing I do like is, sorry, I'm jumping off. That's a rabbit hole for me. I like when we can support our local homegrown businesses, because it helps them out because like the big names, they get enough help as it is. I mean, it's a local, so go. Okay, my picture is frozen. Hopefully, you guys can still hear me. Um, because I'll just read comments and then I might. Okay, there we go. Um, yeah, it sometimes worries me that how often she goes to a doctor, because I mean, yes, granted, most of them are checkups to see how she's doing, but I really think, and this is my opinion, she should be going to wound care once a week instead of every other week. I personally think she needs to go see. Well, we don't have any real specialists on. I mean, the closest thing we have to specialists on cancer is basically the oncologist. Now, if we live closer to like Springfield or St. Louis, there's plenty of cancer doctors, cancer hospitals that specialize in the various types of cancers. But it is what it is right now, and I'm really hoping when her consultation in St. Louis happens that she can go. Um, Now I don't know. She says that it's not one of those things where she's going to have to stay to be watched because it's just a consultation. I'm just hoping the medical people go. No, we're going to put you on this trial and try this new medication and hope things go up instead of down. Um, so there's a lot of things I worry about. Um, I don't know. I would have to ask. I'd have to try to remember to ask the wound care people if there's a steroid cream or something like that that we can use without causing more problems. Well, she's had sleep apnea, or can't even say the word right. She's had it. She was diagnosed with it, and she did have a CPAP machine for a while. I think she needs to go in for another sleep test. I know I need it because when I snore, it could be pretty bad too. Um, so yes, it is very dangerous, and that's why I worry sometimes because I mean there are times where it's like okay she's not snoring so everything's okay, but the nights that she does snore, unfortunately, I won't be able to get any sleep if I stay in there. Which is like one of those: do I stay awake? You know, if I can stay awake to listen, make sure she doesn't stop breathing in the middle of the night, things like that. Um, well, I was supposed to go in for a sleep test, and I guess because the doctor didn't explain it properly to my insurance kind of said no, so I never got that test. I've got to get that test done. Yeah, uh, we're supposed to be getting a new doctor soon, and one of the things I do want to express to this new doctor is about both her and my sleep, breathing plus sleep issues. Let's see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she'd be subscribed to another CPAP. I probably would be subscribed to CPAP as well. So it's just getting to see the doctor and then getting our insurance to say yes, we're going to do the sleep test. That's the problem. Um, well, she had a CPAP back in New York, and then when we moved here, she didn't seem to have any problems, or she had to give it back to the medical people in New York. I don't remember. I just don't remember. Well, that's the thing is, I think it is a seasonal because there are certain seasons where it's really bad, like right now, and there are other seasons where there's no issue whatsoever. So I'm just kind of like, you know, yeah, I I know that's the way I feel about my game playing. It helps me just it's like okay I'm gonna go play WoW and then I'm just gonna use my one of my high level characters and just demolish everything that I can in front of me. Just because that's the way I feel. It's like I gotta kill something. I gotta destroy a village. Just I don't know. um, well, that's the thing. Is she gets most of her wound supplies from the wound specialist. There are certain supplies that they can't always supply us with because they either don't have enough or they don't like the bandages we use after the uh, stuff from the wound care specialist is gone, which is like within 2 to 3 days. We use these bandages that they don't have, so we get it from Amazon for a fairly decent price. So, and that can last me, a good 2 3 weeks, depending on how often we change the wounds. Well, I know I have seasonal issues. Like I have seasonal bronchitis because of the amount of pollen. So it's like the pollen comes in, my allergies start up, and then my bronchitis comes in, and then bronchitis will last until like right now is autumn, or getting close to autumn. So my bronchitis, because of my allergies, will last until like late autumn, early winter, and then it will subside. And then spring will come in, and depending on how bad the pollen count is during the springtime, depends on if my bronchitis acts up again. So it's a pain in the butt, but I have to, I go through the cycle. Um, yeah, we both have seasonal issues. Well, that's the thing is, as soon as I get done with this, which probably be within the next 10, 20 minutes, I'm going to cook up some noodles or pasta, whatever you want to call it, and give her some pasta with just butter and maybe garlic. I don't know. It depends on what she wants. And you know, at least she's eating something. That's my thing. Is like, if you don't want to eat breakfast, fine, but you need to eat something for dinner. If you eat breakfast, that's great. If you don't like what's being made for dinner, it, which usually she doesn't have a complaint about dinner. Um, it's really it's a combination of if she gets the icks, the blahs, the type feeling. Um, Sometimes she doesn't want to eat, and I try to get her to eat something. I'm like, I don't care what it is, noodles, chicken noodle soup, broth. Just something to fill your belly. So, um, that would be St. Louis. Um, because it's supposed to be early in the morning, we're thinking about going up there the day before and sleeping, getting like a decent hotel. You know, we get we're a membership with Hotel.com, so we can find like discounts. So I think that's what we're going to do, just so we don't have to wake up at the butt crack of dawn and drive 2 hours into the city. I'm not, no, not me, no. Um, so, uh, James and there will do a physical for her, and her wound should be healed. That's not from chemo, Jim. I promise you are. No, the doctors already said they're not bed sores. They're because she had that brace, that big old white brace. It rubbed against both sides of her, on her shoulder blades, and it caused, because of the chemo and that thing rubbing against her shoulders, it started the whole process. And the chemo itself was basically helping the wounds to get worse because it was eating the healthy cells that were trying to grow. And then this past chemo that she had after the brace was taken off made things even worse. So we know, according to the doctors, because I was there and I heard what the doctor said, that it's not bed wounds or bed sores. It's because of the chemo causing problems where the brace rubbed against her shoulder blades. So I know it's not bed sores. It's the chemo and all its negative issues. The shower schedule, let's just say it works when we implement it. The problem is the last week or so, I've been so busy trying to do stuff around the house that I forget about the shower. I forget about showers. And tonight, she'll be thrown in the shower whether I have to drag her in there or not. But yeah, tonight we are right after dinner. I'm going to do a haircut and a shave, trim my beard, trim my hair, and get in the shower. And then after me, she's getting in the shower while I basically take off the bedding, which is about a week old. And I want to try to do. I'm literally trying to get it where every other day, you know, or at least twice a week, to take a shower or to have her take a shower. Because I've got some plans in the works. It's just getting them implemented. Um, how's Jerry able to know it's a cyst? Because that's what the doctors told her. Um, you know, what's been going on lately that I speak about is there's no BS behind it. There's just simple what the doctor said. Um, now that now that Oriole has gotten used to coming and going from the doctors, I'm in the room with the doctor, so I can hear what's going on. I don't hear any secondhand news. Um, well, that's the thing. I already answered that. Sorry, Nelly. Let's. Basically, what it is when she bends over or does something to compress her stomach region up into her chest, she's got a rib with a tumor on it, and every time she moves the wrong way, like if she moves, causing the ribs to move, adjust, that rib feels like it's digging into, you know, like poking into her lung, which, yes, I know. I know Mona's dad is Richard Raymond. I almost said Richard. Sorry. So that's what's basically her causing issues with her breathing. I'm no, okay. I've said it once. I'm going to say it again. I'm listening to her doctors. Okay. So I know I'm not up to speed with you guys' comments because I want to read your comments and whatnot. Um, um, she's in the background watching, so she can pipe in anytime she wants to. Um, Sorry if I was breaking up, Nelly. Um, yeah, my internet is not the greatest. Um, all right, I'm gonna speed up. I'm gonna go. Yeah. Uh, well, it's the Norse in me that comes out when I'm playing certain games. Uh, no, and I saw your comment. It's just I'm trying to speed through the comments and look for particular ones. Um, Not that I'm ignoring people. I'm just trying to get through this quickly. Actually, no, I'm not. When I stopped talking to the counselor, everything was actually getting pretty hunky dory, and I don't know what happened. Just something. Um, I just felt like I had nothing else to talk about. Um, no, my because my bronchitis issue is seasonal. They don't want to give me anything that could either make it worse or anything like that. So they're just like, take your allergy medication, and that should be okay. Um, that's why I'm starting to wonder what's causing my cough lately, because my allergies haven't been bugging me. Um, how much moving around a day is Sally doing? Well, okay. It's not that I don't want her walking. It's just I don't want her to have to bend over or lift anything because of whatever's going on with her back. Um, she walks around the house pretty well. I mean, she does her laundry. Sometimes I carry her laundry basket when it's full. She walks from her seat in the living room to the refrigerator or out to the mud room, or we go out at least once or twice a week to do errands. So it's not like I don't want her to move. I just don't want her to strain herself. That's what I'm looking for. Strain herself. Um, Unfortunately, no. Actually, she eats most of her food sitting in her chair and her little rolling table. Every so often, she does snack or eat certain things laying in bed, which I'm not really happy about because I have to do it crumbs, and I hate getting in bed and feeling like my leg is getting poked by small objects, and it's like, no, those aren't pins; those are actually crumbs in the bed. And she apologizes, and I'm like, stop eating in bed. Don't let the dog up there to eat whatever in bed. So I got the dog and her to compete with. Um, well, that's the thing is, well, yeah, it's about 2 hours away. So if she has to stay up there, hopefully they provide room and board, because we ain't got the money for her to stay in a hotel for long periods of time. So it's just, yeah. Um, let's see here. Yeah, the brace was a while ago, and she's had two separate things of chemo. The last set of chemo she ended last year and a half ago, somewhere around there. But the lasting effects is still in her body. Um, Cozy dozy, I don't spew what Jerry wants me to say. I say what's on my mind. All right. So get that thought out of your head. Um, well, that's the thing is she doesn't lay against the wound all the time. When she sits up, she has a pillow behind her back, so her back is not touching the back of the chair. Um, that and she does sleep on her left side where the wound is, but usually, um, with the way we do the bandages and whatnot, it doesn't bug her. Um, Now, if the wound care specialist said don't sleep on that side, then I would try to find a way to prevent her from laying on that side. Let's see here. Yeah. No more. We're not going into that. Um, Jim, please. I promise you. She states she has of her one on her tailbone as well, and of course, chemo would make it worse. Um, I didn't know about the one on her tailbone. I knew she had one on a rib, one on her spine. I didn't know anything about tailbone issues. So I don't know. I usually take my showers and whatnot at night. Lately, like I said, lately, by the time nighttime rolls around, I'm ready to just relax. Um, uh, um, I can't remember when her last scans were, but they weren't that long ago. Probably somewhere around February, I think. Not positive though. Um, no, I haven't showered since my last video because just things have gone crazy around here. And like I said, I forget about these things. I don't know why. I used to shower practically every other day. Um, that was probably because Arizona heat was like, I need to liquefy my or not liquefy, but hydrate my skin. No, all right. We've never had a doctor say anything about not showering. The only thing I've heard a doctor say was um, when she goes to wash her back, which is actually what I because the doctor doesn't want any kind of scraping or any kind of like potential of opening up a wound or causing more trouble, causing more problems for a wound. So I am the one who has to basically do her shoulder area. Once I basically sh- uh, soap it and get it all basically soapy, she can just rinse the soap off. So yeah, um, yeah. That's why I think I mean I don't know what's stopping her from showering besides me helping her. Because if she were to say, "Hey, I need to take a shower," I'd be like, "Okay, let me know when you want me to wash your back, and I'll be in there." You know, it's like somebody's got to take the initiative to do a shower, so the other person goes, "Oh yeah, I need to take one too." It's kind of one of those like, neither one of us can remember. And of course, I sometimes think it's more like she doesn't want to get me upset because I don't feel like doing anything by asking me to do a shower, and I'm like, I don't know what you need, so it's kind of like you've got to tell me what you need because I can't always remember her needs. Um, Ma, are you reading comments? Okay, I got Shield Maiden asked how you were doing. Okay, she's still here. Do you want a mic? Okay, she doesn't want a mic. Um, well, yeah, I know. It's that's well, it's not impossible for a rib to squeeze into the lungs depending on what you're doing. Like, let's say I was the one with the cancer, and one of my ribs had a problem, but I forget about it and I go to bend that way, and a sharp pain happens because of that. Because the tumor could be like a big old ball that encompasses the rib, and then no matter how you go side to side, it could cause a poking, a problem. But right now, I guess the doctors aren't too worried about it because it's not like eating the bone; it's just sitting there. Um, Hello, Brenda. Um, um, I hear what you're saying, Diane. The thing, not on the wounds on her back, but she had that major surgery on her knee, or not knee, hip area. Um, I want to say knee, but it was actually her. Actually, it wasn't her. Was it her knee?
It was her hip.
Oh, it was her hip. Okay, I couldn't remember.
All the way down to her knee.
Oh yeah, okay. The pin went down to her knee. So it was. And the thing was is they didn't know about any kind of tumor or issue in that area until she was in rehab, and they were trying to get her to walk, and basically it broke. At least that's what I remember. So,
Hello?
oh, okay.
How long are you having?
Yeah, I'm trying to get there. Well, I don't know if I can go in person because I don't know if they have anybody here in town therapy wise. That's why we were doing telecom or whatever the program was, to talk to each other. Um, yeah, but right now, you might argue with me on this, but right now I don't feel like I need a therapist. I just need to be able to do my thing when I can do my thing, and have my time when evening comes along. And the stress mostly right now is, okay, what are we doing now? What's next? Are we all in agreement? What am I doing for mom? What am I doing for Jerry? What am I doing for myself? What piece of furniture goes there? What piece of furniture gets moved over here? So, it's not like I'm psychologically stressed. It's more like physiological stress, because like what I mean, yes, I guess you can say I do have some psychological stress because I'm like, okay, who's doing what to who's on first? No, he's on second. The old Abbott Costello who's on first um, thing. Was it Abbott Costello that did
Yeah, I
that? Yeah.
believe so.
Okay.
Abbott and Costello.
But what do I have to listen to from Jan? I'm not. I'm listening to her doctors. I'm reading her reports. What am I listening to from Jan? Okay, Jan is part of the planner. Basically, what it is leaving mom out of it, because until I start doing her side of the house, she'll be the person telling me what to do. Right now, Jay is the planner. I'm the doer. It's worked for us for years, many, many, many years. Now, if there's a situation where there's a conflict, yeah, me and Jerry will sit down and talk about it. It might get into a heated debate, but you know what? At the end of the day, everything's fine and dandy. We start to understand each other, and there's no like negative feelings in the morning. So I mean, all right. Now I know I'm way behind you guys, so just give me a moment. Hello, crafty gypsy. Um, yes, I know. But the thing is I'm not one of these people who are going to be, you have no choice, get in that shower. No, I'm not that type of person. I don't demand anything from anybody, and I don't let people demand stuff from me because that's just one of my like. Okay, you want to demand stuff? We're going to get into a debate here about this because my brain won't let that happen. Um, Jerry Ann can breathe. She does not need to go to an ER. She just has momentary pain from her ribs that causes her to get short of breath.
Diane, I don't think they did a total replacement. I think what they did is they
Well,
worked on the bone, the hip bone, in order to
no,
insert the rod.
they
Okay.
they gave her an artificial. Basically, they put a
So
ball and
basically,
socket.
it was okay. It was a
So that was replaced,
okay.
and
I did
then
not know that.
yeah, and then they put a rod through the femur
Mm-hmm.
down to their knee, and then a bunch of pins that keep everything in place. Um, I'm just going to skip to the bottom because it's getting to that point in time where I need to eat something. So let's see here. Yeah, her femur was it wasn't a total replaced femur. The femur is partial bone, partial metal. Basically, what they did was they stuck a metal rod through the femur, and then up at the hip they put a ball and socket, and then put a I don't know what you want to call it, but it's a piece of metal that connects the ball and socket to the rod, so that way she can use her leg like a normal leg. So, like I said, the only thing that was really totally replaced was the ball and socket area. And I don't think that was a total replacement because I think what they did was I don't remember now. I just know that they put a rod through her femur, connected it to a metal piece in her hip, with a sliding ratcheting rod of some sort. If I had the old medical records, I could show you the imaging imagery. Um, let's see here. Um,
A little bit of talking.
yeah, there was a lot of talking between each other.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, Simmons. I don't know if it was a total hip replacement or a partial hip replacement. I'd have to go back to the records to have the exact information. I just remember what the image looked like, and it looked like a ball and socket replacement with a pin or a rod through her femur, connected to the two of them connected by a third piece with pins. You know, that's all I can remember off the top of my head. Um, right. Um, I trust mom's memory over mine right now. I really, my brain kind of goes that. So yeah. Jerry seems short just from standing. Well, I haven't noticed that. I've only noticed a shorter breath when she tries to walk through the house. I don't want to say long distance, but walk through the house. So it's like, yeah. Um, Amy, I must have missed it, but what do you mean by Jerry or Sally? Um,
Yes, January 7th.
yeah. So I don't know. I know. I know Lisa was here for a full hip replacement. I know. I remember that much. Jerry had her surgery, and they did some stuff with her hip and her femur. So I don't remember exactly what they did with Jerry, because Lisa's was simple. Lisa was pretty much simple. Um, Yeah, since her last chemo was when she started having breathing issues, which worries me because if the chemo is doing anything to cause problems with her breathing, yeah, got to find out quick. Um, I don't know why you're saying mark that down because Jerry's not here. Okay. Um, okay, I do not have Crafting Queen unblocked, so I'm sorry.
Well, she's here.
Yeah,
Billy Boy.
Billy Boy.
Billy Boy is practical.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
So it sounds looks to me.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Um, all right. Um, okay. Well, I don't remember any of all that stuff. I you know
Yeah, I didn't. I was saying it was not a total hip replacement. I did not know.
yeah. I knew. Well, I knew Lisa had a total hip replacement.
No,
I
not
just couldn't
Lisa.
remember.
Jerry.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember Jerry's.
Mm.
So, yeah. All right. Yeah, it's almost 6 p.m. I am going to get off so I can start making food for everybody. I enjoyed this little chat. I I know we got kind of off the rails because I don't want to talk about Jerry on my chats for a lot of different reasons, and one of them is getting into arguments or debates or just things that I am not happy about talking because I don't remember everything. I don't want to misspeak on anybody's behalf. Um, I just
Can't keep some ones girl.
I just don't want to talk about issues with Jerry, whether it's her health or personal issues or whatnot, because not just because I'm trying to keep the peace around the house, because Jerry doesn't always like it when we talk about her, mostly because I forget things, and I you know I don't want to. It's not that I don't want to have to come back on here and apologize for it. It's more along the lines of I would rather just stay clear of the subjects. That way, there's no he said, she said, mistakes. And this chat did not go the way I wanted to because of somebody decided to start talking about Jerry and asking a bunch of questions. And unfortunately, I can't always stop myself from talking um, on these things on her health issues. Um, so the next time I go to come on to do a live, um, if there's any conversations about Jerry, you will be basically put out of the conversation. You might not be blocked, but you definitely will be put out of the conversation um, because I've got many of my own things to talk about, and then you guys start doing what about Jerry type stuff. Yes, she is part of my life. The thing is, the reason why I don't want to talk about her issues or her problems is because if I misspeak, because my memory is not that great anymore about her conditions and whatnot, I have to come back on here and redact that comment or that video, and I don't like doing that because it's like I would rather not talk about it than have to apologize or redact anything. Um, so it's like one of those things like This is one of the reasons why I said my rules are basically simple. We don't talk about politics, we don't talk about our economics, and we don't talk about dairy. And it's not that I don't want to talk about it, it's just I don't want to cause issues. So please remember that. So I will see you guys next time. You guys have a good week. Enjoy. Bye. There's Mom's trying to, well, you're too far from the camera, Ma. All right, see you guys later. Bye. No, the camera's on this side, so.
Oh, okay.